Hey there, ladies and gents. How y'all doing? We're back here at Magic's Modeling Corner. I'm Chris. Hope y'all had a good week or weekend. Hasn't been real long since my last video came out. I know I put out 2 here this past weekend. I went to a model show, and that was this one here. It was over in Harrod. It's a pretty good show. I think they said they had 384 cars or models on the table, which that's a decent turnout. Got another one coming up here in September that right now I'm thinking about going to. It is down in Franklin, Ohio. It'd be the second one. I went to the first one last year. That was a pretty good one. That was the second video that dropped this past weekend. So you guys are anywhere near this side of the state of Ohio on the west side, or if you're in southern Ohio, or over in Indiana, down in northern Kentucky. Yeah, that other one was a decent little show last year too. So, I took 4 models. Took one place, same vehicle, same one that won at the last one, which I'll pull them out. Don't mind if you see any cats in the background. Our cats are moving around right now. So yeah, I took 4 of them, and I took this 70 Chevelle for drag. I took this 68 Camaro for muscle car. Well, the hood came off in there, but I took this for circle track racing. And then or oval track racing. And then this was the other one that I took. This was in street rods, 1948 and older. It took 3rd place. So I think it's going to be retired because it's placed in 2 different shows, same placing both times. Not to mention I took it to the uh, Gem City show last year, which the Gem City show is an NNL, so there is no judging other than people's choice. Although there were 2 magazines there last year, which was quite interesting. I got to see a couple, some of our more prolific builders that you see online and that you see in building in some of these bigger shows. And that Tim Kalenkowitz was there. If some of you follow, you know, he's recently started a new magazine, Scale Model Enthusiast. He's got 3 issues out now, so they're pretty good, pretty decent magazines. I'll let you make your decision on what you think of it. So it is quarterly. So basically every 3 months. Yeah, every 3 months it comes out. So let's see. Oh, well, it's also kind of a what did you buy Wednesday. I'll go over my haul from the show. I picked up 1/32 Cobra Coupe from Lindbergh. I'm starting to get into these 1/32 cars, stuff that you really can't, and most of it's stuff that you really can't find too much in 1/24, 1/25 scale, or at least I'm not able to find that stuff. You know, the Cobra Coupe, I don't think anybody has made a kit of it in 1/24, 1/25. You're looking at either 1/32, 140, 1/43, 1/43, 1/48, whatever that is. Yeah, those smaller scales. So, I mean, yes, I know they are snap togethers, but you can still make really interesting and nice looking model kits out of them. It's all up to you on what you want to do with them. You know, you can come up with a motor, you can cut them apart, open up the hood, add all kinds of extra detail if you want to. I'm seriously contemplating seeing if I can't find a small motor, a small Ford motor for it, put in it, see what I can do about adding extra detail to it, and we'll see what we can do. I've looked at it, there isn't any interior detail in it at all, other than seats. But I don't know. We'll see what comes along and see what happens. Testers, Celine S7. It's a car I'd never even heard of. So I've never really gotten into exotic cars anyway, but yeah, it's a car I'd never even heard of, and I saw it and I'm like, that's interesting. I've heard of Celine because they did the Mustang back in the 90s, I think it was. But I'd never heard of them even putting out their own car. So this ought to be a little interesting. This is another 1/32 scale, I believe. Yeah, 1/32 scale. And then I picked up the Esky Ertl. At least I believe that's Esky. That's how Esky, S-I. Not sure exactly how it's pronounced, but '63 Corvette convertible. Um, I believe, after looking at it, that it is basically the same kit as the, you can see behind me here, the AMT '63 Corvette convertible. Because looking at them, they're almost the same. Maybe here in a future episode here that I do, I may get them both out and compare them both together. So you can actually might get to take a look at them. I've been looking for another 63, 64, 65, 66 Corvette convertible. I've got one I've been wanting to build. I've got decals for a Mr. Bardal Corvette. He was a racer from the late 60s, early 70s, I think. And he did run a 65 or 66 Corvette. Only thing is, I have not been able to find a 65 or 66 Corvette convertible. Now, other than the original ones that came out back in 65, 66. It's either attempt to convert or use a 63, which would probably be close enough. I could also go with a 67. Yeah. Although looking at this one, it all looks awfully close to what the 65 and 66 looked like. So I might be able to fudge it enough to make it look right. I also picked up from Wins 3D. I should have grabbed their card. I've got it in on my computer. I'm not going to stop this and go get it right now. But Wins 3D, they had some, I don't know what you call them, off shots. So I was able to pick some up for fairly cheap. Little motor block. It doesn't look that bad to me. It looks like the valve covers might be a little bit short shot. If nothing else, I can cut them off and put new valve covers on them. And then I've got some valve covers, heads, and oil pan. I believe, let's see, it says 7.2 power stroke on it. So that's going to get that'll get sanded off, and I can put these on a different motor. I got a set of heads and decent oil pan. So let me see. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I've picked up in the meantime. That had already come. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I've picked up. So, on to the stuff that I've been working on. I came really, really close to getting the Chevelle done for the show. Really, really close to getting the Chevelle done. It's almost done now, but not quite. In fact, it actually probably looks like it's done, but there's just a couple of things I got left to do to it, and then it'll be completely done. Pull the hood off of it. You should be able to, hopefully you can see through the, yeah, it looks to me like you can see through the grill. And then should be able to see the engine in there, the detail I did to it. So, and I'll show you the extra detail that I did to that I'm working on for it yet. Set that to the side. That right there is the parachute pack and parachute. Yeah, well, the rear parachute holder. This will get this section here. Let me grab a proper. Oh, yeah, we'll just use this. This here will get glued on to the back of the frame underneath. And so that way that's sitting out. And then I've got to get the shrouds glued on to the from here to the rear end, along with the pull cord, and then should be done. But haven't really gotten too much more done on this. I did get the fuel line put in. It's in, it's ran, it's connected. So I don't know if I had the belt on the last time I showed this or not. Yes, Lexi. But all that is a piece of masking tape cut to shape and size and then colored with the marker. So, and then I just put it on there and glued it on. I've been working on this. This is going to be basically a cool can for the motor there. That way they've got a spot for water to circulate through to help. That way they don't blow the motor up on their runs. I finally got the rims in that I wanted for it, and they're finally painted. So should be able to get that going. Now I just gotta get going on the body. I got some stuff I've been thinking about doing. I've been trying to figure out exactly how I wanted to paint this. And, did I want to do designs? Did I just want to flat out go green with it and leave it at that, or green and put some decals on it, or what? And been watching some videos and on some of the stuff that they did in the late 60s, early 70s. So we'll end up seeing what I do, and I may end up showing you guys how I do some of that in the future if I end up doing it on that. If not, I'll end up doing it on some other cars along the way. I haven't really gotten too much further on the airplane, so that's about it, guys and gals. So, yeah. Well, I'm gonna let y'all go. We'll talk at you later. Have fun. Hopefully, y'all have a good week, good weekend. Hopefully, we'll see you next week, God willing. When the creek don't rise. Lord knows the weather stuff's so funky enough, so there's other places that have been flooding, tornadoes and all that, earthquakes. Let's all pray for some of those people that, the ones that have lost loved ones and the ones that are hurt. Let's pray that everybody, the ones that are hurt, heal. So, again, God willing, and the creek don't rise. We'll see you in the next one.